Welcome into the Week 7 recap. As always, let's start with redraft. No pun intended. 5-2 defeats leftist cheers 4-3, 131.31 to 115.33. In this, the 19th edition of this storied rivalry matchup, no pun intended, reigns victorious and is now one win shy of evening the all-time series record between these two franchises. No pun intended uses big performances from Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love, Kyren Williams, Joe Mixon, and Brian Thomas Jr. to secure the win. Leftist cheers couldn't keep up, with Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels exiting the game early with what seemed like a rib injury. The fantasy standings are tight coming down the stretch. Steel Curtain 2-5 defeats the Stoners 2-5, 102.17 to 79.24. In one of the more embarrassing losses in recent history, the Stoners fall to Steel Curtain despite Steel Curtain not starting a single playing quarterback. With Fields benched in favor of Wilson and Dak on bye, Steel Curtain didn't start Kyler nor hit the waivers. It was 10 players versus 8, and the side with 8 prevailed easily, thanks to monster games from running backs Breece Hall and Rachaad White. The Stoners didn't help their cause either, losing out on over 10 points by starting the injured Rashid Shaheed. Washington Rednecks 4-3 defeats Nico's League 3-4, 122.6 to 91.69. The Rednecks made quick work of Nico's League, using an impressive near 24-point performance from Bijan Robinson to lead the way. Nico's League had a stellar defensive showing from Cincinnati, but it wasn't enough to stop the Rednecks from improving to 4-3, sending Nico's League down below 500 on the season. Gumpy Glizzy's 4-3 defeats Bills Mafia 2-5, 125.41 to 124.22. In one of the closest games of the season, Gumpy Glizzy's barely squeaks a win over the reeling Bills Mafia squad. Bills Mafia threw this one away on their own. Starting a defense not on bye would have likely won them the game. Starting Devontae Adams over either Xavier Worthy or Jameson Williams would have guaranteed that win. A mix of the two would have made it comfortable. Nonetheless, Bills Mafia drops to 2-5 and will look to avoid the last place game this season. Scoob to Delinquent 6-1 defeats the Red Carpets 3-4, 149.8 to 145.97. We go from one of the closest games of the season to one of the craziest. With a Monday night doubleheader, Scoob to Delinquent had Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, and Derrick Henry to go against the Red Carpets' Ladd McConkey and Cade Otton. It seemed pretty easy for the Red Carpets, especially with the already generous head start and the Cade Otton 100-yard receiving game. But Scoob had other plans in mind. Lamar Jackson pops off for 36.24 points, in tandem with 25.46 from his running back Derrick Henry. Baker Mayfield had to respond, charging his way to 29.1 points of his own. This 90.8 points from just the 3 Monday night starters on Scoob to Delinquent was enough to barely get them over the hump and notch another victory by the slim margin of 3.83 points. It also means that once again, the second highest scorer of the week has lost their game. Our Week 8 redraft power rankings starting at the bottom, not moving. At number 10 is the Stoners. At number 9, not moving, the Red Carpets. At number 8, moving down 1 spot, Bills Mafia. At number 7, moving up 1 spot, Steel Curtain. At number 6, staying put, the Washington Rednecks. At number 5, staying put, Gumpy Glizzies. At number 4, not moving, Nico's League. At number 3, staying put, Scoob to Delinquent. At number 2, not moving, Leftist Tears. And remaining in the number 1 spot is no pun intended. Our Week 8 redraft game of the week is Gumpy Glizzies 4-3 versus Scoob to Delinquent 6-1. With both of their teams at full strength due to the NFL having no byes this week, we could see a barn burner that might shake up the league standings. Moving into Dynasty. I Am They 4-3 defeats Prestige Worldwide 2-5, 131.78 to 82.72. In another edition of this rivalry matchup, I Am They continues to charge on this season. After making a couple big trades, I Am They is now making a splash in the standings, moving up to 4-3 on the season. Prestige Worldwide, meanwhile, is reeling and can't seem to crack the 90-point mark. It will be tough sledding ahead to try and avoid the last place game. Stratton Oakmont Inc. 4-3 defeats Cumber Dynasty 3-4, 152.44 to 109.66. Stratton Oakmont Inc. uses amazing performances up and down the board to cruise to the most points in Week 7 and into the win column for the 4th time this season. One of the main reasons for Stratton Oakmont Inc.'s success has been Rams running back Kyren Williams, who has scored at least 1 touchdown in every game this season. The Scoop Empire 3-4 defeats Sneezy Raccoon 74, 1-6, 140.04 to 133.18. Another close affair, this one a high-scoring battle. Sneezy Raccoon 74 ultimately falls to 1-6 despite scoring the 3rd highest this week. The reason being monster performances from the Scoob Empire's running backs. Saquon Barkley, Kenneth Walker, and Tank Bigsby all combined for 74.4 fantasy points, accounting for over half of Scoop's final score this week. Gump Dynasty 7-0 defeats Nico's Dream Team 4-3, 131.0 to 117.28. Dynasty Juggernaut Gump Dynasty charges to their 7th win in as many weeks, remaining the only undefeated team in the league. Derrick Henry continues to shift fantasy games in favor of Gump Dynasty, this time tallying 25.3 fantasy points on Monday Night Football. Nico's Dream Team had outstanding showings from Lamar Jackson, Joe Mixon, and Rachaad White, but not a single other player in the starting lineup could crack double digits, including rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels, who exited the game early with an injury. We will see if Nico's league can bounce back from a respectable loss next week. Our Week 8 Dynasty Power Rankings starting at the bottom. Number 8 not moving is Prestige Worldwide. Number 7 not moving, I Am They. Number 6 moving down 1 spot, Nico's Dream Team. Number 5 moving up 1 spot, Sneezy Raccoon 74. Number 4 staying put, The Scoop Empire. Number 3 not moving, Stratton Oakmont Inc. Number 2 staying put, Cumber Dynasty. And remaining in the number 1 spot is the undefeated Gump Dynasty. Our Week 8 Dynasty Game of the Week is I Am They 4-3 versus Gump Dynasty 7-0. Undefeated Bulldozer versus a surprise contender. This matchup could have upset written all over it. With no buys to speak of, we will get to see each of these teams' full firepower and potentially get an important outcome when the playoff standings come into the picture. Alright everyone, thanks for listening to the Week 7 recap. We will see you all in Week 8.